building exercise with you. We have Vladimir who will be our cameraman. We have Chugo who will give you commands. Please listen to her. We have Mariana who will be our timer. And I'm just gonna tell you the rules right now. So basically what we want you guys to do is every single time you will receive a command from Chugo, you have 20 seconds to form a line. The starting point will be here, the ending point will be there. So we'll demonstrate. Is that clear? We're gonna give you a command and you have to form a row. And you have 20 seconds to do it. There's one rule. You cannot talk. No speaking. Mute yourselves. No words. You can use communication in any way you want, but no talking. Understood?
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, do you have any questions?
Who will be at the front?
You will see once you ask the question once, Chugo gives you the command.
So basically, yeah, the command.
We will not repeat the question, so Chugo will be trying to be as loud and clear as she can, but you have 20 seconds. Once she says go, you go.
Perfect. Okay.
Got it? Cool.
And I will
I believe in you guys, you can do it.
Okay, we'll stop.
Okay, first I will also hand out 2 cards for each of you. One will be yellow, one will be pink. Don't look at that. Yes?
No talking.
No talking.
Noises could be.
Mouth, whatever, like that's fine, but
We don't want to
we don't
suggest
want-
the way you communicate, but the only thing is don't talk. We
Okay,
don't want
come
you-
First command: stand in order of your height, in increasing order. From this, I mean from the shortest to the tallest. Now go.
Okay, cool. Got the message.
Good.
You got it.
Stand ready for the next command. Stand in order of your birth month, in increasing order. Now that's from January to December. Go. Next command. Stand in order of your shoe size in increasing order, from smallest to the biggest.
3.5. 4.
7.
7.5.
9.
Great.
Perfect.
Next command. Stand in order of the first letter of your name in alphabetical order, from A to Z. First letter of your name. In order of your age, in decreasing order. That's from the oldest to the youngest. From the oldest to the youngest. Your age. Oldest to the youngest.
5 seconds.
3,
Oldest to the
2,
youngest.
1.
31. 30.
28.
26.
22.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Bad communication.
Stand in order of the length of your hair in increasing order. Increasing order. Increasing order.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. I would say
Yes, yeah.
almost. Was very close.
Nice, nice. Yes. So now we have given you squares at the beginning. Take out your paper.
Which one?
Yellow.
The pink, the
Yellow.
yellow one. Take out the yellow paper, compare your squares, and stand from the biggest square to the smallest square. Go. From the biggest square to the smallest square.
Okay, perfect. Well done.
Good. Now, next command, stand in order of the first command you got.
Go.
the first command you were given at the beginning of this game.
Perfect. Good. Great. And the last command, guys, you can do it.
Now, the last command you were given your second squares, that's the pink one. Form a complete sentence with the pink squares Nicole gave you.
From the beginning to the end of the sentence. Go. Form a row still, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Okay, just show here what is.
Go on,
Okay.
guys.
We are amazing team. Okay, great.
This session is just to give you our feedback on yesterday's stats. So we'll just give you this so that you see clearly what we assessed you on. First, the objective for our task yesterday was mainly to see how you would perform as a team in interpreting orders given and your ability to get things done. So we scored you over 6 criterias. As you can see, physical energy, team engagement, listening, and I'm going to take you through each of them. We have comments against each of them. So for physical energy, you were scored excellent. Here, the team clearly delivered on every command, and this showed an excellent physical energy. There's evidence of getting stuff done, and you care about timing too. For team engagement, you scored an excellent, and your teamwork is fascinating to watch. It became very clear quickly that you are great at communicating even without words. For listening, we scored you a good here because the game required you to listen for good execution. You listened very well and carried out your task. Except for the hair command where we confused you a bit, and you lost a bit of focus, but you were very quick in regaining control, which is very good. For team leadership, we scored you a good. Each teammate was self-led, which we thought was excellent, and trusted each other to communicate in the best way possible. And there was a natural flow of leadership from all teammates. And we saw that all teammates became completer finishers in this case, maybe considering the kind of tasks you were given. So you were focused on results and finishing the task, which was good. For emotional energy, we scored you an excellent because you showed commitment and engagement, and you knew that each team member had a big impact on the final results, and so everyone was really engaged in achieving that result. For team collaboration, we scored you an excellent because for every command given, all your executions were complete and in order, and you showed trust and confidence amongst yourselves, which was very good. I'm going to give Nicole the floor to say more comments before we finish.
So basically, each of us had a very similar idea of your team, and we really, as was said before, appreciated your teamwork and how you communicated even without using words. But another thing that we noticed as well is the level of trust was very, very high, and it could be seen clearly, for example, when we asked you guys to go back to the first command, and at the beginning only Ivan remembered what the command was, and no one doubted him. You actually just followed what he was saying, and after all, Ping helped him as well because Ping remembered it, and you guys trusted him. You didn't actually doubt him at all or second guess him. You actually did what he said that you should do, which was really inspiring. And the other thing we wanted to also discuss is that because you showed engagement and commitment, as you all knew, each of you had a huge impact on the whole team performance, which actually showed the team energy. And you followed with each step of the team energy basically by saying that you analyzed the command very quickly and you started doing the work, which is the intellectual energy. Then you were driven and excited to complete each task and get it done efficiently and on time, which was very precious. And that is your deliver energy. And you did all of this with fun and a smile and still enjoying it, which is the emotional energy. And most importantly, you all cared about performing well, which shows your spiritual energy. And you could see it by actually completing almost all tasks without any issues and actually completing them well.
Yeah, I just want to add about the leadership within the team. It's really obvious that your team doesn't really have a very clear or critical parents role within the team, which is actually good and work for your team. And in some pressure time, when, for example, the hair command, when you realize at the almost towards the end of the 20-second that the instruction was misunderstood, and then suddenly Ivan and Ping becoming the leader. So what he did, like do command like this, I remember that, and then so it's good. So I mean, the leadership come naturally from within your team without being so forcing to the group. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, now about myself, what I saw yesterday, I think it's just about clarify about listening. In listening, I think all of you follow properly the rules. I think that's the most important. That show us how you understand the command that we are giving you, or the rules of the game. I think was all right for me. Was very well performed team.
Yeah, we in general think that you got the objectives clear, because we wanted you to notice how important communication is, even without differences, even if it would be different languages, because you didn't use words, which you showed clearly, and mainly how each of you actually impacted the whole team, which you all done well, because obviously each of you really care.
Going forward, we think that the team can even do better by maintaining focus, in the sense that you've achieved your task, you've achieved high performance, but it's very good to keep your mind on maintaining your focus, because it's easy to get carried away when you're getting all your numbers in, achieving your goals, and you easily lose focus and that can dip your results. So
we
Okay,
think you've done
thank
very
you so
well.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're starting our feedback with talking about 4 things we did. The criteria for selecting the game, the criteria for developing our feedback form, our communication style, and what we think we did well during this whole this 5 days as a team. So our criteria for selecting the game was that we wanted the game to be engaging, one that was engaging, one that would allow them to have some fun yet remain focused on winning. Our criteria for developing the feedback form was that we combined the Gallup's template and the Radcliffe model, which has some components. So we came up with 6 components to assess the team. And as a team, we rehearsed our roles and delivery styles for the game. And this helped to build our confidence before we actually started the game. We also observed some different communication theories from the teams we worked with, Team 5. And my team members will talk about that in a second. And finally, our main communication style through the whole 5 days was mainly a political scriptwriter, in that we trusted each other and we stress tested our ideas. Everybody brought ideas, but before trusting it, we asked questions to determine if it was correct or wrong. And at the heart of it, we cared for each other. We cared and knew that each person was going to deliver on their task, and this played out in even us doing our team roles. And now I'll just hand over to Maria.
Yeah, within the team, actually, we agreed that it is evident that our group has been mimicking the Tuckman theory in a re-looping basis. So it's not just one through of the process, but it's keep re-looping. The first challenge we faced was the game selection. I remember that we stormed the main basic concept for the game. Everybody here understood that it has to be simple, it has to be easy to brief to the group, that the group understand easily. And then, but simple can be different from each of us, the definition of the simple. I remember when we talk about it, we blatantly discussed that in any aspect of the game, how we will do the briefing, how the situation is going to be, tools that we will use, and even how can we achieve what we want for the game to be, right? So we discussed how the group reaction and how the group can we can capture the group, each of the individual performing within their team. So, and then we still have a storming again when we decide the commands that we are going to give them. Each of the commands, we agree that we are going to give them 10 commands, but I think we come up with a lot of ideas, but and finally we agreed for the 10. This kind of discussion, we took a long time to select the game, but it was worth it. Within the execution, I think we are good. I mean, we organized, we briefed them with a good directions, and yeah.
So I would like to discuss the team energy theory, because basically we decided that it quite describes us very well as a team. So it started with intellectual energy, and we could have seen that we've done a lot of analyzing of different games and different scenarios, and we planned it very well, which was also noticed by the team who was doing the game for us. Basically, they said that we were very well organized and planned. The emotional energy, which is based on fun, drive, and engagement, was clear from the beginning that we all wanted to achieve a very good result. We wanted all to agree on every single aspect of the game, and we discussed every single question, and we really could see that everyone was very engaged and driven to perform very well. We also had spiritual energy because we all cared about doing well, and it could be seen when, for example, one of us chose a question and the rest did not agree. We still discussed it to make sure that we all do well, and we also showed in this way the psychological safety, because no one worried to speak up and actually have the proposition for a question, and we would just discuss it and no one was negative about it. We would literally each state our opinion, which showed the psychological safety net. And lastly, the delivery energy was getting stuff done, which was clear because we really prepared well for the exercise yesterday, and we worked really hard on it to actually be perfectly clear on each step, and we also rehearsed the game and we tested it on other people just to make sure that we can actually get stuff done, and it's all like done very well. So
Okay, great. So in my case, I would like to add about the colors, how the color was in our team. I think it's very clear that we had like different colors in our team. That was the key of our team performed very well. Two of the members was green. That helped the team that they were very well connected, keep calm as well, and managing some stuff that we need for perform the game as well. And the creative creative person as well. One of the members was very creative, cheerful. It helped us a lot about how we have to manage the game and the ideas for the game. That was really good. So. And the red as well, that we have one red that was all the time was positive, clear what we have to do it in the time, and the sense of urging as well, because we have to perform within a period of time to assess the other group. I think each of us reflecting our color that I can say.
And I think we appreciate that each of us our differences in the colors, and it was not only funny to us that we could clearly see it, but we actually appreciated each of our strength. Like everyone said something positive at the end about like Trugo, you said that I'm creative, and I said that without the red in Trugo we would not like manage on time, and you kept it guys all together just because you're green, and it was just like a very good harmony, I think, in the colors.
But I wanted to, can we even think about what if we had a blue? What do you think a blue would have done for us? You know, I think about it, considering none of us we don't have any blue here. So it's something we're thinking about.
Maybe we don't really have a clear blue, but each of us actually becoming blue once we need it. Right?
So to summarize, as a team, we took the opportunity to ask Team 5 to evaluate team 4, the other team, to evaluate how we did, and their response was that they felt that the task was easy and it was also fun, and that they were really happy that they were able to communicate effectively without speaking, and they felt that we should have made the task really a bit harder for them. Maybe they want more challenge, so we'll take that in. And finally, as a team, we did well in assigning our roles. It provided some clarity and like a sense of a clear sense of what we wanted to deliver from the event. Or going forward, we plan to take more time to clarify our ideas. Like Mariana said, you feel that an idea is really simple to deliver, but when it comes down to actually doing it, it gets really hard. And the beauty of time is we need to use it to our advantage, talk through everything, make things really clear, and communicate what we want effectively. Always remembering that the value in a message lies with the receiver. I think that's what we're taking away from here. So
it was the best evaluation of our team effort was to see that the other team learned from our game exactly what we wanted them to learn.
Yeah.
So they focused on the communication in the team,
Yeah.
and they also noticed how each individual has such a big impact on the whole team, because otherwise they would not be able to do any of the tasks if even an individual wouldn't work together. And it was, I think the best evaluation was to see that that's what they took away from the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.